Kevin Costner stars as Sonny Weaver Jr., the fiercely competitive GM of the struggling Cleveland Browns in the new movie Draft Day. The movie, which hits theaters tomorrow, is Costner's fifth foray into a sports film, though his first in the front office. The 59-year-old has enjoyed highly successful roles in iconic films like The Bodyguard, Field of Dreams, and of course, Dances with Wolves, which earned him Academy Award wins for Best Picture and Best Director. And Kevin Costner joins us now. Welcome, Kevin.
Thanks.
Have you seen the movie yet, Kevin?
I have. I've seen it a couple times, and but I saw it in my head the day I read it. You know, I thought, wow, this reminds me of Field of Dreams, of Bull Durham, Tin Cup, you know, Love of the Game. It really did. It kind of, those movies all jumped out at me because even though I like sports, I don't think they necessarily make a great sports movie. It's not. Movies are hard to make, and sports are really hard to make a movie about. That's why you see a lot that don't measure up. And I thought Draft Day really had a chance to be special.
Next week is the 25th anniversary of the Field of Dreams release. Anything you have planned for it, and is this film the film you're most proud of? One of my favorites of all time, and I would echo that statement.
Yeah. Well, I am going back for it. They've asked me to come back, and my band's going to play the very next night in Dubuque. So we're going to fill up the stadium, and this indoor stadium in Iowa, and play, you know, some music. Some of the songs were actually written while I was making that movie, and I knew the movie was great. What I didn't know that it would be as popular as it has been. That was my hope, but you don't know that about movies. And nobody would have bet on that little movie about, you know, the high moment of the movie is, do you want to have a catch? You know, most people would go, gee, I don't think that movie's going to work. But it did, because movies are emotional experiences, okay? They're not intellectual. Movies are emotional. And people miss a lot of bets when they think they have to go to the giant movie and let movies like Field of Dreams pass them by, movies like A Draft Day pass them by, movie like I'm going to be doing next called Black and White, which is a movie about racism. No one really wanted to make that movie, so I paid for it myself. You know, another dumbbell move, but I believe it's a movie that can speak to people in a really cool way. And my only salvation, my only thing that can help me make movies like that is people, you know, listening, watching, who go, I'm going to go support that movie. Because I think in some way there's a message in there for me. And it's not that I make message movies. I make movies that entertain you, that move you. But once in a while, a movie can inform us about something. And Black and White's just that kind of movie.
Ariana Huffington has a new book out called Thrive, which defines success beyond money and power. For you, how do you thrive on a day-to-day basis?
Well, I'm just a person that has to keep going on this freeway of life. You know, I'm in the river like everybody else. I've got kids that are making their way as young adults, and I have kids that are just trying to learn how to read and write. And for myself, you know, I provide for my family, and I provide for my family in a way that I'm lucky, because it's my passion to perform and to tell stories.
You know, my kids actually play. I've got two boys, one that's 15 and one that's 10. They both play football. As a parent, I'm not discouraging it, but I'm also very cautious with it.